It's been billed as David versus Goliath, the 6A state championship football game. The Lawrence Lions, top ranked in the state, unbeaten in 11 contests, play host this morning to the Washburn Rural Junior Blues. Hello everybody, Jim Braciano and Dave Lawrence. Glad to have you with us live from Memorial Stadium. It's all on the line here today. Rural comes in at 10-1. They are winners of 10 straight football games. The Lions have a winning streak dating back to last year. And Dave Lawrence, this is going to be a battle between two teams that are very much alike.
Very much alike. Both teams with great tradition. The only thing is Rural has been in 5A where Lawrence has been doing it in 6A.
Lions will get the football first. It's taken by Tim Turner at the 14 as Turner gets up the middle and is hit hard at the 28-yard line. The Lions won the toss, elected to receive, and will work into a brisk north wind. There's a drizzle coming down. The field is a little slick as you look at the Lions' offensive front. Stoffer, Wilmus, Pope, Loper, and Green. J. Paul Mosier, Troy Anderson, and Brian Martin, the receiving corps. John Catlin, the senior quarterback. Jason Thorne, the junior fullback. And Steve Walker, the 1,000-yard rusher for the Lions, starting in the tailback position. The Lions with one wide receiver. On the ground, it goes Thorne over the 30 to the 35-yard line. He's pulled down on the play by the monster back, Mike Blakely, and Corey Tarvin, the right side linebacker for Washburn Rural. There's the Junior Blues defensive front, Ludke, Randall, Emmons, McKinnon, and Sims. Means and Tarvin, who made that last stop for the Junior Blues. Longhofer and Hale in a very solid secondary. Blakely again, the monster back on second down. Walker, right side, has the first down, but is corralled there by number 45. It's Justin Howe, the defensive end.
Lawrence has been running behind that right side of Loper and Green. And there's J. Paul Mosier with a good block at the corner to get the Lawrence their first down. And you can bet both teams want to establish the run here on championship day in what the turf is a little bit wet, slight mist coming down.
Lions averaging 14 first downs per ball game, just underway. 1 minute gone here in the first quarter. Straight up the middle, Jason Thorne. He breaks the tackler and gains 9 out to the 48-yard line. Corey Tarvin and the safety, Michael Atha, came up to make the stop that time on Thorne.
This might be a battle of two great junior fullbacks. Jason Thorne for Lawrence, number 38, that you see right there running up a good hole. And Justin Howe, big fullback, also a junior for the Junior Blues. You'll see him when the Blues take over.
Washburn Rural calls a timeout on 2nd down and 1. We played a minute and a half. The Lions moving the football.
Jack Ellen Honda was recently voted #1 by the American Honda Motor Corporation for total customer satisfaction in Kansas City, Topeka, and Lawrence.
From the time I purchased my Honda in 1988 to the present, I have had nothing but excellent experiences with Ellen.
I enjoy the staff. They're always kind and efficient, especially Derek.
Anytime I get car work done, I feel a certain sense of intimidation. At Elena, I felt relaxed and trusted everyone that I dealt with.
Jack Ellen Honda, why deal with less than the best?
Today's state championship football game being brought to you in part by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, which reminds you a rallying point in many communities is its school interscholastic activity programs. Activities such as music, speech, student council, and athletics give students an opportunity to enrich their educational experience and learn the values that cannot always be taught in the classroom. Support your local high school activities program. That's a message from the Kansas State High School Activities Association. No score, we're just underway. The Lions beginning with the football, the drive starting at their own 28-yard line. As John Catlin has brought them up to the 48.
John's got weak ankles due to an ankle injury last week against North.
This is Walker as the Lions keep it on the ground. He'll have another 1st down and 10 for the Lions into Washburn Rural territory. Matt Means and Mark Longhofer combined to make the stop.
See, Lions like to go over this right side so far behind their tight end Mosier, Green, and Loper, the tackle and guard. This is also, Jim, a matchup between great coaches. Ron Bowen has been at Washburn Rural, I believe, for 18 years. Coach Purdy, of course, has been in the business a long time. Both of these people know how to win.
Bowen has 34 years of experience. On the keeper, it's Catlin, and Catlin's inside the 35, bumped down of bounds at the 30. Great play fake on the option.
And that's right. What makes that play fake work, Jim, is the fact they've had success going with that lead man through. Watch the fake into the line to Jason Thorne. They have to respect that. good little head fake by Catlin going out on the pitch man, and John shows some speed and also shows the ankle is not bothering so far.
Corey Hale, the right side cornerback, came up to make the stop on John Catlin. A gain of 21. The Lions at the 30-yard line, and a rural player is shaken up. That's number 65, Ryan Randall, 176-pound sophomore. This is a very young Washburn team. Just a handful of seniors, one of those being the quarterback and the other being their tailback.
That's right, this might be the first of a long line of matchups against these two teams in state competition.
Walker right up the middle, a gain of 3 to the 27-yard line. Man off the bottom of the pile is number 36, Mike Blakely.
Walker going inside. Not much running room there. You can bet Coach Purdy is going to use that arm of Catlin and the good hands people that he's got outside with Goolsby and Anderson and Walters to loosen this junior blue team up. He's going to do it here.
8. Catlin, some time, looks deep to Goolsby, picked off at the goal line. And into the end zone for a touchback is Corey Hale.
Great recovery by Hale in the end zone. That time they went with a familiar pattern, a flag pattern with Goolsby. Goolsby had it, was open, the ball was coming that way. Hale recovered. And you'll see the replay right here. Goolsby's open early, Catlin gets him the ball, hangs up just a shade too long, and Hale with a leaping catch.
He got out and picked that ball off cleanly as Hale saved a touchdown last week, or what could have been a touchdown against Dodge City with an interception in the end zone. And he returned it 33 yards. This time he gives them 20 on the takeaway. As the Junior Blues go on offense first, the fullback, no place to go, Justin Howe. 955 yards rushing for Howe.
There you saw the matchups right there. The fullback Howe running into Thorne.
There's the offensive front for the Junior Blues. Again, Howe is the fullback as you look at the wide receiving core of Bailey and Atha. And there's Howe and Hale, the two running backs behind senior quarterback Mark Longhofer. We'll show you the Lions defensive set after this play. No gain, 2nd down and 10. From the I formation, Atha, who does carry the football, and now whistles stop. Atha went in motion. Number 8, he works as the slot back.
Well, that was a tremendous interception by Hale when the Lions were marching down the football field, and in a situation where you wouldn't expect the Blues to expect that pass.
We have dead ball, false start. Offense, 5 yards, 2nd down still.
Also, you can bet they've been scouting number 83, Jason Goolsby, and they found him.
There's Bertishaw again in at the defensive end position for Charles Graham. Expected to see sometime today. Cordova and Thorne going all the way at linebacker, and a very talented secondary. Martin and Doolin, Walker and Anderson. Walker leading the club with 5 interceptions.
The best secondary I've seen in high school football.
Atha again in motion. This is Longhofer. He's popped and goes down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5. Jake Hout, the nose tackle, teamed up with J. Paul Mosher to make the stop for the Lions.
This Junior Blue team likes to run the football. Not that they can't put it up, but that time Longhofer takes it on the ground. They've only thrown the ball on 1st down 2 times in the last 5 games, so don't expect them to put it up too often.
Longhofer can run with the football very effectively. 346 yards. He has 8 touchdown runs. That interception, by the way, thrown by John Catlin, only his 5th of the year, compared to a dozen thrown by Longhofer. Loose football, and the Lions have it back at the 23-yard line of Washburn Rural.
That time Longhofer on the give, looked like to his fullback Howe. Ball comes out. Let's see if he gives it to Howe. There it is. Never got the exchange right. And Jason Thorne jumps on it, and the Lions get that turnover back in a very similar place on the football field, Jim.
They have it just inside the 23-yard line of Washburn Rural. Each team committing a turnover, which do become very important factors in conditions like this. From the Rural 22, Catlin on the option. And he gets into the secondary and is pulled down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 7 for John Catlin.
Well, John is really feeling his way on this option. He gets better every week. He seems to get quicker. This time he gives some good head fakes.
Corey Hale and Atha brought down John Catlin.
Jason Thorne that time was the pitch man, not Walker. And John almost got the ball out to Jason, which would have probably been a touchdown for Lawrence, but as it is, he sets up a good 2nd and 2 situation.
Goolsby is split out to the top. Long count by Johnny C. Inside it goes. Walker bounces off one tackler, gets down to the 12. It'll be another first down. Caleb Emmons and Corey Hale teamed up to make the stop. If you look at the Lawrence High School marching band, we'll have them at halftime.
Oh, Steve Walker just gets better. Like Thorne, every game, I think the entire offense for Lawrence High has improved each week, along with a big offensive line, some very capable receivers, and a quarterback with his ability to run and throw the ball.
Yeah, Walker bounced right off Todd McKinnon, a 270-pound senior, to gain that extra 2-3 yards for the first down. From the 11, Lions turned it over last time they had a chance to score. Not this time as Walker gets in. Touchdown, Lions.
Great blocking on the outside as Catlin reads the option well. Early pitch out to Walker. Thorne had the key block, and Walker uses his speed to bust into the end zone for the first score.
Steve Walker from 11 yards out scores his 16th touchdown of the year.
Look at the blocking at the corner. Thorne leads away, and Walker just lowers his head and takes it into the end zone. Now Walters for the kick.
And Mike drills this one up and through, and the Lions break on the scoreboard first. Steve Walker from 11 yards out makes it 7-0 Lawrence High School.
Look for the best. Look to Keefe's Records. The best selection. Our selection of cassettes and compact discs is the largest in the area. Keefe stocks the hits and the hard to find. The best service. Keefe's has served Lawrence for over 30 years. We're better than ever at getting you together with the sounds you crave. The best savings. Our savings are an everyday thing, with up to 40% off on hot CDs. There it is. Keefe's has the best selection, service, and savings. Keefe's, 2429 Iowa.
In the beginning, there was the ordinary chicken sandwich. Our customers stirred. We want the best chicken sandwich. So Taco John's created the Sierra Chicken Filet Sandwich with seasoned bread, a juicy chicken breast, mild cheddar, lettuce, tomatoes, salsa, and our enticing Sierra sauce. Our customers went wild. Try our Sierra Filet Olé combo, a Sierra Chicken Filet Sandwich, potato olays, and a medium soft drink, all for only $3.79. Taco John's, more than you imagined.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium, where the Lions lead it 7-0. 6:39 to play here in the first quarter. An 11-yard touchdown run by Steve Walker. Mike Walters' kick goes high into the wind, is fielded at the 35-yard line. That's Cato Lutke, and Lutke is buried at the 37. Good shot from down low as Lutke, a big young man, 178, just a junior, Dave.
It's Tim Turner, I think, that made it down the field that time. Kickoff coverage team is as good as I've seen, and that time Lukey seemed to avoid several tacklers, but Tim Turner wrapped him up. But not bad field position for the Junior Blues.
Just 8 yards of offense so far today, and it's been Longhoffer. The one fumble, which cost them. Good play fake. Longhoffer swings it incomplete. He tried to get it to Atha, and it was a host of red jerseys around. Jason Thorne closest to the football.
Might have been a screenplay set up by the Junior Blues, but very dangerous passes. You're going to see linebackers waiting for that football. There you go, Brian Robb, 65. Even a lineman seemed to sniff out that screenplay and was right there.
Longhoffer does not throw very often. He is capable, as Ron Bowen said, of throwing the football. He has done it in the last couple of football games to get to this point. He has just 458 yards through the air. Now the option left side. Longhoffer with an opening. And he. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Jim Brasciano and Dave Lawrence, side of the 6A State Football Championships, where the Lions lead it 10-6. We have some first half highlights for you, and we'll start it right off with a defensive one. It was turned in by Washburn Rural. Here's John Callan going to Jason Goolsby at the goal line, and look at the interception by Hale, and that saves 6. And here's how the Lions got on the scoreboard from 11 yards out. Steve Walker right side and buries it into the end zone. 7-0 at that point. Here's the Junior Blues touchdown run after the scramble. It's Corey Hale who takes it 55 yards down the left sideline, outrunning Martin for the score. And the Lions get a great opportunity here by Steve Walker.
Watch
49 yards, and here comes Hale to make the decisive play on this fumble right there. Bang at the 11-yard line and into the end zone, a touchback. It goes to Rural, unable to capitalize, and the Lions take the field goal by Mike Walters, and they lead it here at halftime 10-6. That was a 33-yard field goal. Our first half statistics brought to you by Access, a service of the Lawrence Journal-World. First downs, as you'd expect, the Lions leading there 9-3. The rushing yardage going in favor of the Lions, 172. Surprise, maybe the passing yardage for Washburn Rural, 34. Lions commanding a 50-yard advantage in total offense. And again, the turnovers a factor in this football game. Each team with 3. Washburn Rural penalized just once for a motion call, and the score again is 10-6. Our football game being sponsored in part by the Kansas State High School Activities Association, which reminds you that Target Kansas, the alcohol and drug education program for students in Kansas high schools, will reach over 100,000 lives in Kansas schools this year through coaches and activities directors. They're working to improve the future for all Kansans. That's a program of the Kansas State High School Activities Association. The Kansas fans filing in for game number 2 on this championship doubleheader. The Lawrence High fans across the way packed in, staying as warm as they possibly can as the temperature hovering around 35 degrees. The second half kickoff just moments away. We'll be back to bring it to you here live on Channel 6 after these words.
Not every kid is born with a warm coat. Sometimes it's the simple things we take for granted. Thousands of kids and adults in our community need warmth this winter. Donate a coat or blanket in good condition to any Scotch Fabric Care location. Scotch will clean them and give them to the Salvation Army to distribute free. The harsh Kansas cold is nothing to kid about. Open your heart and share the warmth.
Individually for you, some statistics. Steve Walker, 105 yards rushing on 13 carries. Jason Thorne with 53. For Washburn Rural, it's been Hale with 63 yards rushing, and Longhoffer has 23, the quarterback. And again, Dave Lawrence, you got to really look at the play of Corey Hale, the right side cornerback, the interception, the touchdown run, and how he's been involved on every key play in this football game.
Yes, he has. He's been a key part of the game. And even though the turnovers are even in numbers, they're not even in the way they happen, because 2 of Lawrence's turnovers came on touchdown plays, where if Hale did not make the interception, it would have been touchdown Goolsby. The second one was not caused by Hale, it was caused by Corey Tarvin, who came back and caused the fumble on Steve Walker. Great call by Purdy, gave the draw play, and Walker comes in, looks like for a touchdown, and Tarvin comes up behind. So those are 2 plays, so the Lions would have 14 more points if it wasn't for the turnovers. But of course, Rural put the ball on the ground too. You got to be a little bit concerned, because you've got an underdog team that knows how to win, and they've got a chance at halftime. And
again, it was that big play that proved to be the difference for Rural getting back into this football game. The Lions with the turnovers, it could be much worse, and that's a key factor, and that's something that when you get to this caliber of play, you cannot afford to make turnovers. The Lions, of course, capitalizing on 2 caused by Washburn Rural.
Well, you know that Coach Bowen, or I would imagine they would be using the David versus Goliath at halftime, the fact that you are very close to a team that everyone thinks is going to win their 4th title in a row. And they're again within 4 points, striking distance of a very good Lawrence High team at halftime, even though I think Lawrence High has had great offense. You know, they've had 203 yards on total offense. Just to see John Catlin, who's responsible for most of it. It's just those turnovers at very costly times. And then, of course, the great effort by Hale on a defensive play and an offensive play that's really kept this game very close.
Well, the team's a little bit extra time to warm up as they prepare to start the second half a couple of minutes before we get things underway, so we'll take another timeout. But before we go, we want to remind you, if you're hungry, head on out to Don's Steakhouse. They're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday for lunch, and they have a limited menu at lunch. Also, check out nightly specials at Don's. 2176 East 23rd, and Sack Specials and Closeouts is where you can save on clothing, housewares, electronics, and more. Located at 25th and Iowa. They're open 7 days a week, so sack the savings at Saks. We'll be back with the second half action from Memorial Stadium right after these words from our sponsors.
Hi, Sunny Hill here with my guide.
How y'all doing?
At Sunny Hill in Lawrence, deal hunting season on used cars and trucks is on.
Right now, get this 88 Daytona $48.88. You can get an 84 Ford Bronco 240 $588. Check out this 88 Mercury Topaz at $50.88, or this 88 Chevy S10 just $43.88.
Here they come, Sonny. What are you? I'm putting these blinders on. That way they can't see me.
Deal hunting season on now. Sunny Hill Chevrolet G Olds in Lawrence, 34th and Iowa, next to the new Walmart.
I'll see you here.
Lawrence High School looking to make it 43 straight wins over Topeka High Schools. Have not lost since 1974. That was a 27-0 shutout by Topeka High. Washburn Rural again comes into today, winning 3 5A state crowns, 85, 86, and again in 89. This is their 8th appearance in the postseason.
So again, Jim, you've got winning tradition on both sides. Rural's not toned in to any of this losing done by Topeka schools to Lawrence. This is their first shot, and they're 3 for 3 in title games, all of them being in 5A, but still they've got that winning tradition. And again, I think they've got to feel good about being within striking distance at halftime.
Captains meeting out on the field for the ceremonial coin toss to start the second half, as Washburn Rural will receive, and they will go with the wind as we open the third quarter. Work it from left to right, north to south as you look at the Rural fans. They were here early today. Glad to see a bunch of Lawrence High School fans across the way as well, supporting the Lions. Weather a little chilly for football this Saturday. Damp air not affecting the asthma problems that has hit Corey Hale this year.
Something hit Corey Hale. I think he likes running on this AstroTurf. A Topeka sports writer was asked down there how fast is Hale, and he didn't think that Hale had the blazing speed. And it sure looks today like he has turned into a burner on synthetic turf that we have at Memorial Stadium.
The only loss by this Washburn Rural team came in game number 1. They lost to Salina Central, and they've won since.
And also, Jim, keep in mind that opening game, you were playing with a lot of juniors who were, you know, just really mature sophomores starting in that first game. They have really developed as a team and challenging the perennial power here this afternoon.
Corey Hale and Terrell Myers back deep. Myers, a very good return man for Rural. There's another short kick. Not sure if that was a fair catch called for or not by Washburn Rural.
It was an attempted fair catch anyway, Jim.
Sean Kennedy called for it, and it'll go down at the 28-yard line for the Junior Blues.
The hand has to wave across the body over your head. I think those were short waves, but he got on the fumble, but not starting in good field position as they did last time when Hale returned it to midfield.
Rural comes off a 17-14 win over Dodge City. Shutout of Wichita North in the postseason. The Lions blowing out Shawnee Mission North 34-6. Here's the first play of the second half. Longhofer. And look out, Longhofer into the secondary across midfield, down inside the 40, and corralled out of bounds by Steve Walker.
Wow, Longhofer, first snap, takes it on the option. Everybody was taken by the defense of Lawrence High except for Longhofer. And I think it was Walker that finally corralled him down. Not before a huge play, Jim, and you just don't see this against the Lawrence High secondary.
No, Brandon Fagan, number 41, a nice block. And Mosier can't bring him down, and Walker finally does, out of bounds at the 34-yard line of Lawrence High School.
This is going to be dangerous, Jim. An inspired underdog here within striking distance.
38-yard pickup by Longhofer. Tailback up the middle, and he gains 7 down to the Lions' 26-yard line. Jason Thorne pulls him down there.
Tremendous high school football game at Memorial Stadium. 2 excellent football programs coming at it here today, and the Junior Blues with this power eye that you see right there. See the 2 lead blockers coming in and leading him through for an 8-yard gain.
Jake Howard also in on the stop for Lawrence High, number 66. Gain of 7 for Corey Hale. 8th goes in motion. This is Howe, the fullback, inside the 10. Touchdown Rural. The Junior Blues have the lead.
The Junior Blues, I don't know what they did at halftime, but they have come out and just looked tremendous in this short drive down the football field. All they did was march down against the state's #1 defense in about 72 yards in about 3 plays.
All on the ground. Here's the tail end of it. Howe has some tremendous speed for a fullback.
Well, credit the play fake by Longhofer. Longhofer took about half of the Lawrence defense as he faked the option to the left, gave it to Howe, and the big fullback banged it in and took the lead.
The extra point attempt this time is good. And we have a 13-10 football game. Washburn Rural is out in front over Lawrence High School. We'll be back with more right after this timeout.
Want to hear about a great way to save money? It's the Lawrence Journal-World Jayhawk Club card, a savings card that gives you discounts on goods and services from hundreds of participating merchants. Your card is good when you spot this window decal. Just prepay your subscription or renew to the Lawrence Journal-World and you'll receive your very own Jayhawk Club card. Get instant discounts of 10% or more on purchases at hundreds of stores. Get Lawrence's best local news coverage and a card that helps you stretch your dollars. To subscribe, call 843-1000. Get your Jayhawk Club card today.
Washburn Rural marches 72 yards in 3 plays, and here's the capper. A 27-yard touchdown run.
Look at the play fake right there by the quarterback. He takes half the defense, and then Howe takes it in. But I have never seen the big plays in all of Lawrence's schedule so far that we have seen today with Washburn Rural's offense.
Well, they've got it done all year long with their running backs, Justin Howe and Corey Hale. Deep kickoff, fielded at the 7-yard line. Steve Walker looks for an opening, and he is banged hard at the 27-yard line. Well, the Junior Blues came out of the locker room, fired up, marched downfield 72 yards for the score, the go-ahead score.
This is where the Lions have to come out, show their poise, and show their championship caliber by taking the momentum right back.
Watch the tail end of this again. You might see a face mask here on Walker. There it was. Not seen by the officials. And here's Walker. And he's into the secondary. Has to get past Atha, who corrals him inside the 35. Well, the big plays are busting out all over.
Oh, this is like 2 heavyweight boxers going at it now in 6A football. This time Steve Walker busts through the line to take the ball down 44 yards, 40 yards. You'll see the end of it here as Walker's getting a little bit tired.
Great tackle that time by Atha. As Steve Walker rambles into the secondary, he is now up to 135 yards, and we're just in the 3rd quarter. Or in the 8th round of a heavyweight fight as they're really throwing some punches. Here's another one as Thorne on his feet to the 19.
Tremendous holes are opening up inside by Pope and Loper and Green, Wilmus and Stoffer.
Well, you talk about emotion. Both teams showing it right now. Atha has to make the stop on Jason Thorne, chops him low. Good form tackle by Michael Atha.
Of course, Rural's using a lot of blitzes inside, and if they blitz and get caught in a bad situation, that's when these holes get even bigger. That offensive line is doing a job today against a very good defense.
Thorne with a 14-yard pickup makes it 1st and 10 from the 18 of Washburn Rural. On the option, Catlin eludes a tackler and now gets inside down to the 10-yard line.
Johnny Catlin took Atha with him about 4 yards. And this Lawrence team didn't come out with their daubers down after losing the lead, as they came out very inspired, looking equally as good on offense as Rural did just a little bit earlier. This time Catlin with a fake in the middle. Watch him take Atha for a ride.
Now Washburn Rural has scored more points on the Lions than they've given up all season long in the 3rd quarter. That is just the 13th point given up by Lawrence High School. A hard run this time by Jason Thorne. He gains 3 down to the 7. Should be enough for a 1st down.
Well, I think that was McKinnon, number 71, 270 pounds, that put a stop to Thorne that time. Watch Jason get stopped very suddenly by a 270-pounder.
It'll be 1st down and goal as the Lions chalk up first down number 11 on the afternoon. Their second here in the first half.
Field goal would tie it. A touchdown would put them ahead with plenty of time left in this football game.
No wideouts. Walker left side down to the 3. Todd McKinnon again and on the stop for the Junior Blues. Corey Hale came up to help out. Lawrence High fans across the way smelling another touchdown.
Look at the drive by that offensive front. It's the backs. That time Walker is carrying the football very well. They have to hold on to this football. His turnover here would be very costly. Lawrence can't afford to turn the ball over, particularly on scoring plays as they did in the first half.
This will be the 6th play of the drive. Second down goal from just outside the 2. 8:21 in the third. Lions trail it by 3. Walker stacked up at the line of scrimmage, maybe down to the 1. The front line of Washburn Rural collapsed to stop Steve Walker after a gain of 1.
I think that was McKinnon again. Very large defensive tackle, 270 pounds, along with Sims, the 205-pound sophomore. This time I expect Catlin to pull the ball and try to take it in himself in this option. Lead man gets the ball, Walker.
Third down, goal. Right side, Thorne, touchdown.
Jason did it over the right side this time behind Jay Paul and Green and Loper. He takes it over, and the Lions take back the momentum. We got a tremendous second half building here this afternoon at Memorial Stadium.
Well, we've seen both running backs for the Junior Blues get into the end zone, and now both the Lions running backs have scores. Thorne just runs over Matt Means.
Jay Paul and Green took the tackle way down inside.
Bad snap, Walters misstep, hit the upright.
The bad snap threw his rhythm off, and Walters didn't have the rhythm, had to hesitate and didn't get it through.
16-13 the score as both teams have missed extra points. That was a 7-play drive by the Lions, 72 yards, used 3 minutes and 8 seconds, all of it on the ground, 7 running plays, and Jason Thorne gets in for his 10th touchdown run of the year.
Tremendous drive that time. Lawrence felt like it had its back against the wall and came back, take that lead back over, and the offensive line really did it up front.
Some of the sponsors for today's football game is Warren McElwain Mortuary, which sends its best wishes and congratulates the 92 winning tradition of Lawrence High School. Warren McElwain since 1902. You can get a complete house of furniture for only $69 a month, Dave Lawrence, now through Sunday only at Kansas Furniture Factory Outlet, 738 New Hampshire. Check them out.
Well, people will be glad they checked out this football game today. We've got a good one building for a finish.
Corey Hale, Terrell Myers deep. Actually not that deep as they'll come up and try to field the kickoff, and is done by Myers. Hurdles a man, and Myers out to the 45 where he's leveled on the coverage, and I would not be surprised if that was number 13, Darian Doolin, who leveled him at the 46-yard line.
Well, not before the Junior Blues get great field position at the 46.
Watch the hurdle job that Myers does here. Gains an extra 5 yards, goes right over a defender.
Went over Max, Cordova, Walters, Walker, and Doolin with the tackle.
Good field position for the Junior Blues from the 46. Sweep left side, Thorne, and he pulls down the running back after a 1-yard gain. That was Corey Hale, and his 7th carry of the afternoon. This Junior Blues team has not carried the football that often. They have not had that much in the way of possession, but they have 13 points on the scoreboard against the state's #1 team.
See Jason's speed as he went down the line to make that tackle out wide.
Gain of 1, I formation. The pitch goes back to Hale, looks for a block, knifes his way into Lions territory to the 46. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2. A nifty little run that time by Corey Hale. Steve Walker and Jake Hout ran him down.
Boy, the Junior Blues are getting great blocking at the point of contact out wide. The tackle, the right tackle that time, did a good job of walling off the Lions to get Hale to the corner.
That's the largest high school in the state of Kansas going against one of the smallest. There are only 4 high schools with enrollment less than the Junior Blues. And Washburn Rural with 850 students, the Lions over 1,800. Timeout on the field, so we'll tell you that since 1983, Walmart and its associates have supported the Lawrence High School winning tradition. Walmart congratulates the 92 Lions on a great year. Third down, 2. Inside the Lions 46, 6:20 to play, third quarter. It's a 16-13 football game. On the option, Hale turns the corner, out of bounds, near a first down. If not, you'd imagine, Dave, that it'll be close enough to go for it on 4th down.
The referee is right there. Gave a fairly generous spot to the Junior Blues, and it's going to be marked right at the first down marker. It might be a few inches short.
The officials will bring the sticks across.
Where he went out of bounds, he should be a foot short, but we'll see where the spot was. We had a very good eye on the ball.
Hey, you want to share an exciting moment with thousands of sports fans across the state? Be a part of the crowd that annually attends these postseason tournaments, and sponsored by the Kansas State High School Activities Association. The games are coming to your area this fall, and stay tuned for it in basketball. More information, call the Kansas State High School Activities Association. J. Paul Mosier shows head coach Dick Purdy they're about the length of a football shy of a first down. Now will the Junior Blues go for it here? It'd be a gutsy call.
I believe they will at this point in time, simply because your offense is doing better than your defense is. They have not been able to stop Lawrence. So I think Coach Bowen will want to try to keep possession of this football. Of course, if he doesn't make it, then he gives great field position away.
Charles Graham, number 47, in at defensive end. Tim Loper in at nose tackle. Jake House stays at nose tackle.
Charles has the size.
Lions will go with 6 down linemen on this play.
They can be very tough, even to get 6 inches when they go in this goal line defense. This will be a big play.
Watch for the fullback, Justin Howe. Instead, it's the quarterback, Longhoffer. Did he get it?
And where the spot is.
Big number 71, Todd McKinnon, the right tackle, says they do have a 1st and 10.
Yes,
football rests inside the 44-yard line of the Lions, and they'll measure this. And it looks to be, from our vantage point, half the football is over the first down yardage needed.
Of course, if the captain requests a mark on the play, they will generally do that unless it's very obvious. It's obvious to us up here, but we have a better vantage point. I've noticed Washburn Rural has big line splits, trying to spread the defense of Lawrence out, as you see the first down there.
By the length of the football.
What I mean by line splits is there's big gaps between the down linemen, and that forces your defense to go wider, makes you more susceptible to the blitz.
Sean Kennedy, the senior center, number 70, brings them out. Again, the power I formation. Atha has not carried the ball recently. He goes in motion, picked up in the backfield by Anderson. The fullback spins ahead for a gain of 4. That's Justin Howe. Maximilian Cordova, number 43, made the stop.
Good pickup on first down.
Both these backs for Rural, Dave Lawrence, have very quick feet. They dance their way through any slight crease that they can find in the defensive line.
Very similar to the Lawrence backs. You have 2 equal running backs back there. Howe and Hale both have the ability to do it.
Atha again goes in motion. The option play. Atha picks up a block on Doolin, and Hale chopped down shy of a first down. Steve Walker shut him down there.
He's going to be a yard short at the 35-yard line, but good option play by Longhofer.
Washburn fans wanted a better spot. Good block there by Atha on Doolin.
It was a very good spot because you saw where he went down. Because he flipped up in the air, he came, even though his feet came down for a first down, the ball landed right at the 35.
3rd down and 1 to go for Washburn Rural, trailing by 3 points. 4:33 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's 16-13.
I don't think anyone thought we would have this offensive football game that we have here today because of the great defenses that came.
Yet it's still low scoring. Hale has the first down to the Lions 32. Football at the 28-yard line of the Lions, needing to get down to the 22. Is Rural for the first. The pitch.
He's going to throw.
Halfback option. Swung across the middle. Almost caught by 8th of the Lions. Get the football back.
There's a big break for Lawrence High as Washburn Rule had touchdown on that halfback pass. It was just not thrown well.
Maximilian Cordova put the pressure.
It might be because of Max right there. Yes, Hale was throwing off his back feet as Max was rushing in there.
Atha and Longhofer were both there. Had a little bit more on that football. It could have been 6.
He had the choice of throwing it back to the quarterback or to the running back across the field. Both were wide open. So I tell you what, Cordova made something happen there for the Lions.
Tim Turner in the football game now at tailback. The handoff instead goes for 2 yards to Jason Thorne.
Oh, a great offensive football game today. That time Thorne doesn't get much running room up inside. Big Todd McKinnon, 270 pounds. There to wrap him up.
No stars on this Washburn Rural football team, head coach Ron Bowen says. Just a team that gets the job done together. And a lot of them are young. Second down, 8 to go. Mix up in the backfield, and down goes John Catlin at the 27-yard line. Caleb Emmons and Chase Sims dropped him.
Something you just can't afford to do on championship day is have a mix-up. It looks like that was going to be a draw play. Let's see what John's looking for back there. Yeah, I think he's looking for Tim to possibly go in for the draw. But now you've got a very predictable passing situation with 3rd and 10.
Here's the time rolling down. John Catlin may not get one off. It doesn't look like he will. He'll let time expire in the 3rd and come back and throw with the wind if he does indeed throw it. 3rd down and 10 when we come back. 16-13 our score. It is billed as Ben billed as David and Goliath right now. The big guys trailing by 3, but trying to take the lead. And Walker, Catlin's in.
I thought, like you, Jim, that Walker scored the touchdown. John pulled it out and took it in himself. It leaves lots of time left on the clock for the Junior Blues, but Lawrence right now, 22, Washburn Rural 19.
Great fake. It took the camera with it, and Catlin nicely brought it back into your picture for the score.
It took everybody. And this is a big PAT. This takes a field goal out of the game right here, Jim.
22-19. Walters, good spot. Lobs it up and lobs it through.
That was a big one.
And the Lions lead it 23-19. 5:14 left to play. That was an 8-play drive, 39 yards, 3 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock. But Rural will have 5:14 when we come back.
At McDonald's, we know what you want is an all-American value. We're making it here! That's why we offer extra value meals for just $2.99 each. Try a Big Mac sandwich with large fries and a medium Coke Classic, or a 2-cheeseburger meal. If you want all-American value, get a $2.99 extra value meal. We're making it here! At McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
It was 1914, and a company later named Isuzu was making its first automobile. Decades of improvement have left a legacy of success. Isuzu brings you the Trooper, the best-selling on- and off-road vehicle of all time. In Lawrence, you can find the Trooper only at Jim Clark Motors, where they've just made a special purchase of 1992 Troopers. Now you can get a new Isuzu Trooper for only $17,500 delivered. Get Isuzu Trooper's sensational performance at an unbelievably low price, only at Jim Clark Motors in the Lawrence Auto Plaza.
You might expect a long kickoff from Mike Walters as the Lions call a timeout as he was set to kick off. And the Lions will have 2 left, as does Washburn Rural.
Not a bad place for a timeout because the Junior Blues have had success in returning to football today. And I'm sure Coach Purdy Wants to make sure it's kicked where he would like it to be kicked.
Well, the Lions got on the scoreboard first with an 11-yard touchdown run by Steve Walker. 7-0 the score. And then Corey Hale rambled 55 yards to bring the Junior Blues back to within one. All that in the first quarter. The lone scoring in the second was Mike Walters' 33-yard field goal. It was 10-6 at halftime. In the third, it was Junior Blues getting their first lead. A fumble recovery on a block punt by Matt Means. 19-16 our score at that point, as Jason Thorne, in the third quarter had a 1-yard touchdown run, made it 16-13. Then the fumble recovery, and John Catlin's 3-yard run for the score at 5:14 here in the fourth. Made it 23-19.
Play of the game so far for Lawrence, and that is Maximilian Cordova taking the handoff right from the rural quarterback and setting up that go-ahead score.
J. Paul Mosher to kick off now. End-over-end kick. Fielded at the 19-yard line. Hale with the football, looking for an opening, gets out to the 35. Brett Beach, number 11, made the stop for the Lions.
And Rural's kickoff return team has done the best job of any team so far in getting back in good field position. They're just getting good blocking up front there. But they have to go the entire distance, 65 yards. A field goal will do no good in this situation with 5 minutes left in the football game.
23-19. Power I formation. Longhofer on the option as Hale pitches to him. Hale right side, eludes a tackler, gains 9 to the 45-yard line.
Good first play for the Junior Blues.
Aaron Wilmus in pursuit, and Steve Walker got him down at the 45. He'll be a yard shy after a 9-yard pickup. And Hale now over 100 yards on the afternoon.
Watch Longhofer wait till just the last minute to pitch to Hale. Good first play, now 55 yards.
Now you may see a pass to Michael Atha, who lines up in the slot. Wide receiver Thad Halstead. Strong right side from the I formation. And he wants to throw. Longhofer in trouble. Longhofer now wings it out, and it's picked off by Steve Walker. He was out of bounds.
Penalty flag is down, though. Over where Jason Thorne took the quarterback out. They're going to call roughing the passer on Lawrence. It's going to be called back, Jim. It's going to be called back.
We will get you the explanation from the official when he is ready. The ball was picked off by Steve Walker.
And this play will loom, obviously, very large. So they're going to call roughing the passer penalty on Lawrence. It's going to put the ball ahead 15 yards.
We have roughing the passer, defense, automatic first down.
Let's take another look at the pass play. See if you can pick up the roughing. Here's Longhofer scrambling away, and he must have got nailed after he passed that football. Didn't see it in your picture. But Walker's interception would have been his 6th of the year, denied. And now you give Rural good field position just inside the Lions' 40-yard line with 4:07 to play. Lone setback, or the inside reverse. Atha, forget about it, as he runs into Brian Robb.
I think Rural's got to get it done on the ground. Their passing game, they haven't shown the ability, at least so far this year, to come up with big pass plays consistently. So they go into inside handoff, and Graham right there, and Brian Robb are waiting for it. 3:42 clock running, and it will be a factor, Jim, if they continue to run the football.
Both teams with 2 timeouts.
They've got to go the distance. That PAT by Walters was a big one.
I formation again. They fake the reverse. Here's Hale. Outruns Mosier. No, he got him at the 38.
J. Paul, great comeback by the defensive end for the Lions.
One more step, and Hale would have turned it to a big gain. J. Paul, a key tackle on that play.
And 3:10 time remaining. Time is running.
I think down's more of a consideration now as you have 3rd and 8. 2 downs in 3 minutes.
Boy, what a way to finish the Class 6A state final. Two great football teams going at it here. Rural with the ball last, but they need a touchdown.
Junior Blues showing they are for real. Straight drop. Longhoffer wants the screen, swings it, has Hale, has some blockers inside the 30. First down, and Hale gets to the 24. Jake Howard on the tackle, but a beautiful screen play called by Ron Bowen. What a call.
You said it, Jim. The screen was set up to the far side. It shows itself early over here, and Thorne sees it coming, and because Jason Thorne was blitzing, Jim, that's why the screenplay worked so well. He was out of position.
Boy, Jake Howard showed some hustle to come back and make that tackle.
Still have 22 yards to go in just over 2 minutes.
2:25 and rolling. Straight ahead on the carry for Washburn Rural is Corey Tarvin. The first time Tarvin, who is a linebacker, has been in the tailback position.
Oh, a conservative call with just over 2 minutes left. The time is running. We're going to have less than 2 minutes remaining. 17 yards to go.
This team playing like an experienced ball club for a lot of juniors and sophomores out there.
2 timeouts left.
Tarvin again the carry, and Tarvin powers his way down to the 15. It'll be 3rd and short. Clock at 1:44. If Washburn scores, there will not be much time left for the Lions.
That's right. But boy, Coach Bowen is showing patience here. 3rd and 1 for the first down, but now time is still running.
Corey Hale on the sidelines.
There's only going to be about 1:15 when this play is snapped.
23-19. Lions lead it. Fake to Tarvin. Longhoffer. In pursuit is Mosier. Longhoffer runs for the marker, slides in. He has the first down.
Let's see if they spot it out of bounds or not. He's got the first down, but are they going to start the clock back up? It looks like he went down before he went out of bounds.
Heady play by Mark Longhoffer.
Let's see if they start up the clock or they say he got out of bounds.
There's Mosier in pursuit. Longhoffer eyeballing the marker all the way. And the NFL slide. Gets the first down. The clock is stopped at 1:09.
Rural showing tremendous poise as they go down on this last drive. Of course, aided by the roughing the passer call.
From the 11-yard line. 1:09 left. Hale is back in. The option. Longhoffer moves past the tackler, gets to the 5, and he's nailed by Jason Thorne. But this football game is not over yet. Longhoffer stops the clock at 57.
Oh, and they are down to the 5-yard line. They have picked up this yardage in bits and pieces, and Longhoffer picks up a big play here to get it very close. 4.5 yards for the go-ahead win in the state title.
This drive began at the 35-yard line of Washburn Rural. There was 5:09 on the clock. It's down to 57 seconds.
I believe 1 timeout remaining, Jim. 1 timeout remaining, under a minute left.
11 plays in this drive for Rural. 2 of those have been pass plays. And again, a key factor, roughing the passer when the pass was intercepted by Steve Walker, which would have iced this football game for the Lions. Turnovers in this game. Lawrence High has committed 4. Washburn Rural with 4.
Well, Coach Bowen has really showed good patience going down the field, and you can bet Coach Lisher is going to try to counter that. Will he go with the blitz? I still think Rural will try to the option. They haven't shown much confidence in the passing game. They still have a timeout, so they can afford to run the football here.
A turnover here is deadly for Washburn Rural.
And a touchdown deadly the other way for the Lions.
1 wide out. Tarvin is the tailback. Longhoffer runs the option, unloads it to Tarvin. He gets to the 6, and he'll lose a yard.
Big play for the Lions.
Brian Martin on the stop. Rural uses the timeout at 46 seconds. That play never had a chance to develop.
Watch Charles Graham, 47, the defensive end, step up and force the pitch. I think Brian Martin is out there. And you're right, Jim, it never had a chance. And now with third down, last timeout being used, I think Rural is in a situation where they're going to have to get off 2 very quick runs or throw the football.
Hey, you can swing a tight end out, run that same play, Dave Lawrence, swing a tight end out to the near side, and if you got a chance, hit him in the end zone. If not, head to the sidelines, because you cannot afford to be tackled inbounds with 46 seconds left.
In all probability, Jim, you're right. They have 2 downs remaining. They have time for 2 plays, and they also have just 2 downs left in this series.
They do not need to score to get a first down. Third down and 3. Football resting at the 6-yard line of Lawrence High School.
What a finish to what's been a great 6A state title game.
And do not be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if these 2 teams are back at it again next year. Rural returns almost everybody.
Lawrence doesn't return nearly as many starters, but you can bet they have a host of juniors going to be ready for next year. But that's next year. We've got a great finish in store here.
Tarvin is the tailback. Howell the fullback. Long offer to throw in the end zone. Complete. Atha was the intended receiver. Only 4 seconds go off the clock, but it's 4th and 3.
1 play left as Atha gets within 3 inches of a state title for Rural. Watch it, play action. Wide open in the end zone. Atha just couldn't quite get to the football. 1 play left, 1 play. 4th down.
Thad Halstead brings in that play from Ron Bowen. Justin Howe, the fullback. From the 5, again to throw. Longhofer has some field to the near side, throws it up for grabs in the end zone. Knocked away.
Incomplete.
Maximilian Cordova.
Lions are going to win this football game as long as they don't fumble the football. What a finish.
Darian Doolin knocks it away. There's Cordova as he goes off. Longhofer sits back at the 26.
Longhofer sitting back with worlds of time.
Up for grabs, off the fingertips of Bill Bailey, the tight end, and the Lions have to kill 32 seconds.
What a finish. 2 passes came within 3 inches of scores for the Junior Blues.
The Lions want a timeout.
The Lions just have to get on a knee with no timeouts remaining. That'll be the football game. Tell you what, this has been a great game. Sure, there's going to be a lot of disappointed people from Topeka, but they came over and played their hearts out, Jim, and I'm sure they want to go away with a win, but they did a great job today.
What a seesaw football game. It's a 6A state championship, and it has been a heavyweight battle. But the defending champ up off the canvas to hold off the challenge and pick up another championship belt. 23-19. The Junior Blues dejected, but as close as you can get to knocking off the defending state champs. The Lions, on the other hand, 4 times, barring a loose football or a bad snap.
And there you see the offense coming out right there with quarterback John Catlin with specific instructions. Probably just to get down on a knee and not even risk a handoff. Junior Blues, meanwhile, will be blitzing everybody in the gaps. You'll probably see Lawrence offensive linemen in very tight line splits. There they are.
Everybody packed in. Catlin down on 1. And that should be it. Clock at 25.
Tremendous football game, Jim, and they'll be talking a lot about this game in the future. I hope they don't just talk about the fact that Lawrence has a larger enrollment, because I don't think you saw that today. You saw 2 teams that lined up 11 people on both sides. They came out and played super emotional football, and everybody that saw it was treated to an excellent football game, and 2 great coaching staffs are also going to meet in the middle of the field. There you see the Joy and jubilation of the red and black for the 4th straight time. What an accomplishment. Coach Purdy 3 for 3 in Kansas State High School 6A football since he's returned to Lawrence, Kansas.
There's the celebration. The sorrow is evident. Mark Longhofer, the senior quarterback, did everything he possibly could to bring a state championship to Washburn Rural. Smiles in the red and black, and heads, for the most part, held high in the blue and white, as Washburn Rural gave Lawrence High School everything it wanted today, but couldn't take the champs off the throne as the Lions repeat for the 4th straight year. And one thing that I want to leave you with is the thought that Dick Purdy said earlier in the week. It is not this team's 4th straight state champion crown. It is this team's 1st state championship crown. Dave Lawrence, it's been a pleasure as always to work Lawrence High School football with you.
That's right.
And it's been an exciting season as it is finished unbeaten as the Lions wrap it up 12-0 on the year.
A pleasure to be a part of this great organization. You know, Lawrence High football is an effort by a lot of people. A lot of parents, a lot of senior parents put in a lot of work for the morning breakfast, the end of the year banquet that they'll have next week. A lot of work by those coaches out there, and they had a lot of pressure on them today and this entire year to come back and repeat as champions, and it's not just easy to go out. You just can't go out and line up and do it.